What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, Alabama. And today is jam-packed. We have new, updated information on the 2023 Mazda CX-5. What's new? We're going to cover the trims, pricing changes, and equipment updates. And we're going to have another conversation about chips. Thanks for joining me for this edition of Mazda News Update. Stay tuned. So let's jump into the trims. The 23 CX-5 continues the nomenclature that was instituted in 22. So we're seeing more of a similarity of the new updated nomenclature for the 7th gen vehicles that first began in the 2019 Mazda 3, then the CX-30, then the CX-50, and now we see it, or last year we saw it on the CX-5. So we still have the 8 trims with the 23 CX-5, starting with the 2.5S. And as of August 1st, there was new price increases for the remaining production of 22 CX-5. Not sure how long of production it'll be, if it'll be another month or two before these 23s start beginning production in the plants, but they did see a price increase. So when we talk about the 23 CX-5 pricing, I'll relate to the latest pricing or the most accurate and up-to-date pricing of the 22. And if you're looking for a detailed explanation of each trim and what equipment is included, you can, when available, you can click the card up top here or click it at the end of this video in the end screen. Let's get started with the 2.5S, which is the entry level. Now, none of these prices will include the $1,275 destination fee. The starting MSRP on the 2.5S is $26,700. That is a $450 increase over the 22. Then you have the 2.5S Select. It is $28,500. And that is a $250 increase over the 22. The 2.5S Preferred is $29,590. This is a $360 decrease over 22, and we'll talk about the reason why in just a moment. The 2.5S Carbon Edition is $30,500, and that is a $570 less figure than the 22. The 2.5S Premium is $32,400. That is a $260 decrease. The 2.5S Premium Plus is $35,500, and that is a $1,200 increase. Now into the turbo models, the 2.5 Turbo is $36,850 starting MSRP, and it's only a $100 increase. And the 2.5 Turbo Signature is $39,650, and it's only a $650 increase. Now let's talk about why there was some decreases there in the Preferred, Carbon Edition, and Premium. And if you've watched the previous videos like this one, you know that it all has to do with lack of chips, specifically in the Bose and the power liftgate. Both of those modules have become hard to come by from Bose and then from the, I guess from the supplier of Mazda, even though they still have some coming in. If you'll remember, when the 22 got started, we had a Bose credit on the Preferred and the Carbon Edition for $440. And then most recently, 3 to 4 weeks ago, there was a $160 power liftgate credit. Well, now the Bose and the power liftgate, both of those credits are standard equipment on the Preferred, the Carbon Edition, and the Premium. Those models will not have those options. Now, some real exciting news is that we have a new color. Well, almost a new color. The Snowflake White Pearl is gone off to the wild blue yonder in consideration of the CX-5, and it is replaced by Rhodium White Premium colorant. And this Rhodium White is under the same process as the Machine Gray and the Soul Red Crystal Takumi Nuri, and that is processed by Craftsman. So the same process that we see with the Soul Red and Machine Gray And you may be familiar, as it's not a brand new color, as it's already been released on the CX-60, and it looks beautiful on the CX-60, as you can see. However, it is now the white color on the CX-5. And this is available on all packages from the 2.5S all the way up to the Turbo Signature. Like the Soul Red Crystal and the Machine Gray, it will be an added charge for this rhodium white premium color of $595, but well worth it. The only other equipment change that was noted as far as new by Mazda for 23 is that there was a slight weight increase. The 2023 non-turbo CX-5 has a weight of 3,728, which is 11 pounds higher than 22. And the turbo models have a weight of 3,867 pounds, also 11-pound increase. I assume that from 22 to 23, it may have to do with more sound dampening materials, as Mazda is known every couple of years for the experience or best experience of the driver to help eliminate more road noise and really just focus on the good sounds like engine revs and transmission shifts. Now, I know I talk about this a lot, but we're going to talk about some chips again. And yeah, we're not talking about this type of chips because I really like my chips with salsa, but it's computer chips again. And this has been a big topic of conversation, and it seems like Mazda is finally giving in to the limited supply with their official standard equipment credits of the power liftgate and the Bose on the preferred carbon edition and premium. They're basically saying that, hey, we've decontented so that we can continue to produce the amount of vehicles we need because we will not get the right amount of chips. I know this is something we talk about a lot and it's a little disheartening. However, I will say that maybe it will get better in the next several years because as those Japanese plants have been churning out chips, recovering from the fire, rebuilt the factory, all those things, and the U.S. chip manufacturers are ramping up. And you may be aware that the Senate and House has passed a $280 billion Chips Plus bill, as it's being referred to. This actually breaks down several different facets of money and tax breaks for U.S.-based chip manufacturers to build new factories and plants and produce more chips. Specifically, $52.7 billion is earmarked in this bill. So I hope this helps. And again, it's probably going to take 2 to 5 years to get this up and running as far as domestic chip production. But I think that it will overall be a good thing. And I know that we have just one plant now of Mazda Toyota Manufacturing making CX-50. But if we're going to reach that 150,000 unit goal, we're going to need more chips. And we want our vehicles and chips with salsa. I think that wraps it up for this edition of Mazda News Update. Thanks for joining me for the updated information, pricing, trims, and equipment. Some changes on the 2023 Mazda CX-5. I am Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, and I'll keep my ear to the ground for all the latest Mazda news. And if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below or text me at 334-718-0504. I'll be here, you'll be there, and I'll see you on the next one.